Hello everyone. I know it's been a while since my last video, but this is a big one, so I hope you enjoy. A while ago, Hoover, a member of the Google Snake speedrunning community, created a website called Snake Stats, on which you can see all world records on a board, like on speedrun.com. On top of that, there is also a ranking based on how many world records players have, and it also displays the percentage of all world records currently gotten that the player has. This has started a bit of a revolution within the community, with people trying to move up the rankings and going for very obscure world records, optimizing them a lot. Since I had been considering trying to get a lot of world records for a while now, I decided to get into the mix and start collecting world records with one simple question. How many world records can I get in 1 week? In terms of sheer numbers, day 1 was by far the best day of the entire week. At this point there were still a lot of free world records in categories that either didn't have a single run in them or that had very bad runs in them, and I discovered that especially the fast categories on a large board were very unoptimized. But I didn't start the day off with going for those. I started off with getting my first world records of the week. Wing mode small 50 apples and wing mode small all apples. The rest of the day I spent improving a lot of the large fast categories. I got the 25, 50 and 100 apple world records for classic mode, infinity mode, twin mode and wing mode, and the 25 and 50 world records for portal mode. At the end of the day that meant I had gotten 16 world records. I dialed it back a bit on day 2. On this day I went for several multi-3 apple modes. This means that there's 3 apples at any given time instead of just 1 to collect. At first I thought I got 7 world records on this day, but when double checking I saw that 2 of them weren't actually world records. I don't know how I messed it up. Maybe someone got in a run on the same day that I was doing it, and when I first checked it was world record, but then when I checked it again it wasn't anymore. But yeah, I only got 5 world records on day 2. A bit of a downgrade, but still a lot if you think about it. Day 3 was one of the worst days of the week. I was very busy and only played for about 20 minutes, but I still managed to get 3 world records. All of them were multi-3 100 apple world records in winged, twin and yin yang modes respectively. Around day 4 is when I stopped going for world records methodically and just started picking random ones that seemed doable. I played many different modes and settings and got a total of 10 world records. One of the ones I got was actually wing mode small 50 apples, which if you remember is also the first one I got at the start of the week. Another runner by the name of Little Jap Kid, who I'm just gonna call LJK because it feels less weird to say, had taken the world records, so this is the first time I actually had to retake one of the world records I had gotten earlier in the week. Day 5 was a small step down in quantity because I only managed to get 7 more world records. However, it was definitely an improvement in terms of quality, because I got the wing mode 100 world record back from the army play. This was the first and only main board world record that you can see on speedrun.com that I got in the entire week, and at least for me it meant more than all the other world records combined. So even though I might have gotten more world records if I hadn't tried to get this specific one back, I'm still happy I did get it back. Day 6 was another busy day and I got a bit overconfident by getting the 100 apple winged mode world record back, because I spent the little time I had on day 6 trying to get the twin mode 100 apple world record and the wing mode fast 100 apple world record back, failing miserably, and I didn't get a single world record on the entire day. This was kinda disappointing, but I knew I had to put in one final effort for day 7 to round off the week. knew I was kinda busy on day 7, so I got up early and got 4 world records before noon. In the afternoon I did what I had to do and still found a lot of time to play Snake, and I ended the day with 9 world records, which I was very happy with because it brought my total for the week to a nice round 50 world records. So there you go, I can get 50 world records in 1 week's time. I think I could have gotten more, and there's still a lot of easy world records out there that I might go for. However, with every single world record getting better and better, I think this might be hard to replicate in the future. Now, after uploading the world records I got on day 1, I noticed that a few of them got taken right away by moderators who saw my runs when verifying them and saw that they were beatable, so I didn't end up with 50 world records at the end of the week. What I decided to do after day 1 was to stock up all my world records for the remainder of the week so they wouldn't get taken before I made this video. However, this turned out to be a massive mistake for several reasons. First of all, not uploading the runs didn't mean people stayed away from the categories I got world records in, and some of the ones I got never became official because someone else got a better time before I got around to submitting it. Second of all, it got really confusing for me to keep track of which world records I already had, leading to me going for world records I already owned. But the biggest issue was with regards to this video. I wanted my runs to get verified before uploading this video, but when submitting all my runs of an entire week, I found out YouTube has an upload limit. This meant I couldn't submit all the world records on the same day, and this video got delayed a little bit. In the future, I'm definitely not gonna do this again and just submit the world records right away when I get them. But I thought it would be interesting to take a look at the world records that did survive the week and are still in my possession. As you can see in this chart, I hold 32 world records. The big majority of them are in twin mode and winged mode, which makes sense since they are my favorite modes. I also don't hold a single world record in peaceful, infinity or wall mode. I did hold infinity world records earlier this week, but they got broken, and I don't really speedrun wall mode, I just played a bit more casually. Peaceful is my least favorite mode and I didn't run it at all the past weeks, so it makes sense I don't have a single world record in it. I also think it could be interesting to take a look at which categories I got the world records in. As you can see, 100 apples categories are my best categories. I think this makes sense. My main board world records have also mostly been in 100 apple category, and I'm the kind of runner that doesn't really reset for a 25 apple world record if I know I can still get the 50 apple world record and the 100 apple world records. So I get less runs in for 25 apple world records than the average player. And I also think that 25 apples is more accessible for others and thus the times get better. But I still did get quite a few 25 apple world records and 50 apple world records, so I'm happy with it. I don't hold a single all apple world record, although I did surely have one. In fact, the second one I got in the week was the winged mode small all apple world record, if you remember. I don't really go for standard or large board all apple world records because they take a very long time to get, but I might go for them in the future since a lot of them do look easy to get or haven't been conquered at all yet. This competition going on between different runners has been a lot of fun. You have alliances forming, including LJK and Spence, who try to stop everyone who tries to get 10% of the world records or up. Me and Fibic are trying to take out both the people that have one world record to make the leaderboard more exclusive, and Daanbom, the person who holds the most world records at this time. You also have Play, the best Google Snake player out there, who still has to get around to all the less optimized world records, and will definitely try to get to the top of the leaderboard. My personal goals are to try and get 10% initially, and maybe from there I'll try to get to the top spot, even if it's just for a day. I don't know if I'll ever get it, but in the near future I'll definitely be focusing more on the main board records for a while, and I'm not gonna play as much as I did last week because my hands really hurt. But we'll see what I can do in the future. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and goodbye.